In this video, we will be talking about the product to sum formulas as well as the sum to product formulas. So this is for these formulas below are the product to sum, while these are the sum to product formulas. They may be different to some extent, but they both involve sum and product. That's the common similarity that they share with each other. Anyways, for the product to sum formulas, we have four of them. We have four formulas: sine u sine v, cos u cos v, and sine u cos v, cos u sine v. They seem to have a pattern if you can observe thoroughly, and all of these formulas have a 1/2 at the very beginning, and they all lead to their own unique way of representation. And when I mean representation, unique representation. For instance, sine u sine v, um, for uv, as you can see here, uv, these formulas usually contain cos u minus v, cos u plus v by default. What makes them different is for sine u sine v, there is a minus sign. For cos u cos v, there's a plus sign. So you might want to take note of that. Then of course, these ones. I'm just teaching you some possible techniques that might be helpful for you to memorize the product to sum formulas. These two formulas. And as for the other two, uh, sine u cos v, cos u sine v. For sine cos, there would be a plus sign, and for cos sine, there will be a minus sign. And of course, the rest is history. The rest is basically copied. So that's it. That's my suggestion for you to help you memorize the product of some formulas, should you want to memorize it. Although I think it's mandatory for you to memorize these formulas once you enter college, especially when you want to major at mathematics. So let's try to apply the product to some formulas. The practice for number 1, we have to rewrite sine 5 theta cos 3 theta as a sum or difference. So sine 5 theta, let's try to imagine that, let's assume that 5 theta is our u variable and 3 theta is our v variable. So rewriting sine 5 cos 3 theta, sine 5 theta cos 3 theta, it's as if sine u cos v. And let's check the list of formulas. Sine u sine v, cos u cos v, sine u cos v. So this is the formula that is needed for this particular problem. So in terms of that, let's just copy 1 over 2 times the quantity sine times the quantity u plus v, or 5 theta plus 3 theta, or 5 plus 8 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8, then place theta, plus sine u minus v, or 5 minus 3, 2. So times 2 theta. Then place a close parenthesis over there. And you may think that this is already the final answer. However, it's not yet. You might want to write the entire expression this way. Put the 2 below the entire everything in the parentheses. So yeah, this is the final answer. Let's move on to, box, please. Okay. Let's move to number 2. Rewrite cos 5 theta, cos 3 theta as a sum or difference. So for the u variable and the v variable, they will be 5 theta and 3 theta respectively. And let's see. So in that sense, cos 5 theta is u, so cos u, then cos v. Cos u cos v, I think this is the formula that suits the best for the problem. Cos u cos v. So let's substitute the values now. 1 over 2. I'm sorry about the dog barking. Anyways, cos times the quantity u minus v, which is 5 minus 3, 2 theta, plus cos times the quantity u plus v, which is 8 theta. And of course, place the 1 over 2, multiply it with the entire parenthesis, we end up with something like this. Give me the time to write. Then put 2 as our denominator. So I think this is the final answer. This is the final answer. Let's move on to the sum to product formulas. Sin u plus sin v, sin u minus sin v, cos u plus cos v, cos u minus cos v. So we have something like this that you might want to comprehend the complications, the differences among the formulas by yourself. Although let me see what I can do. For sin u plus sin v, maybe 2 sin and cos, and 2 cos and sin for sin u minus sin v. Hopefully that would be a clue. And the rest is history. U plus v over 2, u minus v over 2. I think each of the formulas have that. So as you can see here, the same. The only thing that you have to take note of in order to differentiate the formula with one formula with another, cos u plus cos v, 2 cos cos. Cos u minus cos v is negative sine sine. So you might want to take note of that. Let's move on to solving practice question 1. So express sine 7x minus sine 5x as products. So let's see the variables of u and v again. For 7x, sine 7x, and 5x will be our v variable. So with that in mind, we can write this as sine u minus sine v. And let's check our list of formulas to which is the most appropriate formula to use. Sine u minus sine v is this one. So let's write it there and copy paste. Let's substitute the values now. 2 cos times the quantity u plus v, which is basically 12x, over 2, which is in other words 6x. Then times sine u minus v, which is 7x minus 5x, which is 2x divided by 2. X is the outcome, the product. And yeah, I think this is the final answer already. There's nothing else to simplify. And we can't translate this in decimal form since we do not know what our x is. So for number 2, express cos 4x plus cos 2x as products. Let's figure out which our u and v variable is. R maybe, since it's plural. Cos 4x for x, 2x for our v variable. So we can rewrite the given expression as cos u plus cos v, which is equal to, let's see the most appropriate formula for it. Cos u plus cos v, this one. Alright? Cos u plus cos v, let's simplify, substitute the values. 2 cos times the quantity u plus v, which is 4x plus 2x, which is 6x divided by 2, we get 3x. Then cos times the quantity u minus v, which is 2x divided by 2, we get x. This is the final answer. Right? This is it. Let me just show you a clear representation of what we just did for the sum to product formulas, and as well as for the product to sum formulas. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you've understood something. In total, we tackled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 formulas. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you in your mathematics endeavors, especially for grade 10.